This was not your typical campaign photo.
This photo is one of the reasons that I have kept going on this campaign. I'm Erin Schaff. I'm a photojournalist with the New York Times covering Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign.
Hi, I'm Erin Schaff with the New York Times. And I'm Doug Mills, a photographer with the New York Times, and I've been covering the Trump campaign now for about 9 months. So this picture here of Donald Trump just about to exit his, what he calls Trump Force One, his private plane that he flies around on the campaign stops with. He was just about to leave the aircraft and walk out to thousands of people out on the tarmac. And I was standing in the doorway, and all of a sudden, former president walked right through the aisle. I kind of lifted up the camera to make sure it was going to be okay, and he looked at me, he goes, "We're good, Doug, go ahead." There's no question that Donald Trump knows when every camera's around him. And that is one thing that is unique to him. He's very much about the imagery and the entertainment part of it. And I think that goes back to his apprentice days of being on television.
Well, these prints are beautiful. So this was about a little bit over a week after Joe Biden and Donald Trump's first presidential debate. I think it was the first time that I had seen the vice president in just an intimate, quiet moment. I do think the image kind of symbolizes her waiting in the wings. She needed to show people that she was ready and capable to be president. But at the same time, she needed to be in full support of President Biden.
Oh yeah. This photograph was taken in New York City during his hush money trial. Each day, photographers were allowed to go into the room for 45 seconds, and that happens extremely quick. I wanted to be able to give our viewers and everybody else who's done go in that courtroom a little more like a bird's eye view. If we go from the previous image where he's standing in the doorway, very presidential, and now all of a sudden we're in a courtroom a few days later, one moment he's in control, here he's not so much in control.
This was a moment in a worship service where one of the church leaders said, "We're going to pray for the vice president now." And everyone in the church lifted up their arms towards her. I'm in a balcony. It's challenging to see. I'm holding my camera over my head, like hoping that I'm capturing the moment. I think the image of people literally having her back, that's the part that I find makes this a visually striking image. I've been at events with her that maybe have 50 people, and now I'm at events with her that have 30,000 people and Beyonce. I would say it went from this level of energy like this.
Wow. Yeah, this image, pretty remarkable as far as my access to it. This picture was taken on Trump Force One on the night that President Biden decided to drop out of the presidential campaign. First time I've ever, witnessed anything like this where presidential candidate is watching the other one drop out live on television, and he is on the campaign trail himself. I definitely felt the gravity in this whole situation. You could feel it in the room, you could feel it on the plane. I'm just trying to find that one moment that when I get out of there, I know that, okay, that was it.
This was the vice president's first campaign event with former President Obama. This photo is them taking a quiet moment to talk backstage before they spoke. I am most interested in seeing who the candidate is when they are not performing for the public.
Covering the campaign is the most grueling year of any 4 years that we cover.
Doug and I go out every day and spend, 12 to 14 hours a day covering these candidates.
It's nonstop. It's so consuming. Your life is consumed with it, but I love it.
It's not my place to tell people what they should think. It's my job to document what's happening so that the American people can decide what they think.